Dear children, today I welcome you all to the next session of English. And today we are going to start one of the very important topic of English grammar. Do you know what is it? Children, it is tenses. So let us begin with the first kind of tense today. And that is simple present tense. Now children, it is actually very simple. So, are you ready to learn this tense? Okay, let us see. Students, what do you all see? Yes, we can see a lot of pictures. Let us read these pictures one by one. I wake up. I get up. I take a shower. I have breakfast. I listen to the news. I leave for office. What do you think? What is it? Yes, you guessed it right. This is actually a daily routine of this person. So, how is this daily routine described here? If you see the sentences, there is subject and there is verb and then the object. Like I wake up, wake is the verb. I get up, get is the verb. I take a shower, take is a verb. I have breakfast, have is a verb here. I listen to the news, listen is a verb. I leave for office, leave is a verb. Can you guess anything common in all these sentences? Yes, the formation of these sentences is same. Everywhere we have the subject and then the first form of our verb. Now let us see more about how and what is simple present tense. Children, simple present tense is basically used to express your habits, truth in the present, general facts or truths, future timetables or schedules. Now, what do we mean by all these things? Students, when we want to talk about our habits, let's say I always drink coffee at work. She gets up at 7 a.m. every day. They usually eat dinner at home. If you see the words like always, every day, usually, these words are actually used when you want to talk about your routine or your habits. And these words pointed to the fact that the sentences should be in simple present tense. So, we should first know that where do you use simple present tense. Whenever you have these kind of words in your sentences, like always, every day, usually, sometimes, rarely, never, often, many a times, then we are going to use simple present tense to express our ideas. So, the first thing is when you want to talk about your habits, simple present tense is used. The second is true in the present. When you want to talk about your current situations, he works on Wall Street. She is 60 years old. We live in New York. So when you want to talk about your present conditions, we speak in simple present tense. Same way, when you want to talk about general facts, truths, we use simple present tense. Like the earth is not flat. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. So these are actually facts, right? The Earth is a blue planet. Stars are in the sky. So such sentences always come in simple present tense. Future timetables or schedules. Now what do you mean by this? When you want to talk about your fixed schedules or something which you have decided, then we may speak those sentences in simple present tense. Like my train arrives tomorrow. It is a fact which is of future, but it is going to happen surely. So that comes in simple present tense. We fly to Paris on Monday. Classes begin next week. So whatever is your proposed planning or something which you have planned, such statements come in simple present tense. So now we understand where do we use it. Let us move further. So children, we have certain examples. Statements of facts means some statements that show the truth. I live in an apartment. He lives here. They are Americans. She is a student. Now next comes opinions. What do you mean by opinions? Opinions means your viewpoints, someone's likings or dislikings. Like I like my classes. Sarah doesn't like her classes. Then your regular events, your daily routines, your habits. I have classes every day. Steve has classes 2 days a week. So all these sentences, they are in simple present tense. Now children, we have come to know that what kind of sentences come in simple present tense or in which situations will you use simple present tense. When you want to talk about your likings, dislikings, events, proposed planning, habits, routines, facts or truths, we are going to use simple present tense. Now let us understand how to use it. What is the rule? See children, we use the simple present tense to show that the action happens regularly or often. We use words like usually, generally, sometimes, always, or every day to speak about such things that I have already shared with you. Some examples, some more examples like I drink milk every morning. Grandpa goes for a walk every day. So something that happens regularly comes in simple present tense. Now comes the most important point. How do you use it? Children, we know that any sentence has the basic structure. The structure is subject and then your verb. So the same thing comes in simple present tense. The sentences that use simple present tense always have subject and first form of your verb, V1. First form means present form of the verb like go, walk, dance, come, eat, swim. All these are my verbs. They are action words. And the subject can be I, you, we, they. These, when your subject are there, then you are going to use verb first form. So now what about the subjects like he, she, it or any name? Children, whenever we have singular subject which is third person pronoun like he, she or it. Remember, singular subject which is third person personal pronoun. Please stick this rule in your mind. When you have these three subjects, he or she or it, we have to use the letters es or s along with our verbs. I will give you example. Teach. If you have subject he, she or it, then it becomes teaches. Come becomes comes. And this comes with practice, that where do we need to use es, where do you need to use s. So let us have again a recap of this rule. When you have plural subjects or the pronoun I and you, then only verb present form is used. Other than these, whenever you have singular, third person, personal pronoun, he, she or it, then along with the verb, s or es is added. Let us understand certain examples for the better learning of the functioning of these rules. Children, we have these examples. He is an English teacher. Now here you can see that is a main verb over here. This is not a helping verb. Similarly, I am an English teacher. They are English teachers. So we are using is, am or are as our main verbs. When you have other action verbs like teach, then with he it becomes teaches. He teaches English. I teach English. They teach English. So that is what rule we have just studied. That when you have the subjects like he or she or it, we have to add es or s with our verb. Now students, all these sentences are affirmative sentences. That means that are statements, positive statements. Okay? Today's class we are going to focus only on affirmative sentences. So the verbs ending in ch, sh, x or ss or o or consonant plus y, in all these conditions we add the words es to our verbs when we have singular subject with us. Here are some examples. He watches television. He washes the dishes. So we have ch and sh ending. Then she fixes radios when you have x ending. He misses his girlfriend when you have double s as your ending of the verb. She goes to school when you have o as an ending of the verb. She does his homework. Is that clear? So with all such endings we are using es. Now see some examples without es. When you have subjects like we, you, they, then only the verb comes. No s, no es. We work in an office. You work in an office. They work in an office. Okay? And all these they all come to you with practice. You need to practice to understand where you use es. Okay? Certain examples of using s can be comes, walks, alright, dances. Here we are adding only s, combs. Is that clear? Swims. So sometimes we are adding es, sometimes we are adding s to our verb. Only when our subject is singular, third person, personal pronoun. Now students, I hope you have learned the present tense completely. To have a practice or to have an assessment of your gained knowledge, let us do certain exercises. Students, we have a question complete these sentences by writing the verbs given in the brackets in the simple present tense form. So remember the rule of adding s or es depending on the subject, and remember the verb is always first form in simple present tense. Let us read one by one. My mother usually dash get is your verb up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now students, when you read the sentences, pay attention to the words. When you have usually, sometimes, every day, every time, rarely, often, frequently, generally, every night, always, never. These words, they help you to identify that the verb should be in simple present tense. Okay, because these words show the daily routine or the habits of a person. Now here, my mother is your subject. What is it? Singular or plural? Yes, it is singular subject. So with the verb get is your first form of the verb. Now you have to think whether s should come or it should not come. Can you guess it? Yes, it should be my mother usually gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Next is your my father dash feed the birds in the morning. Now my father is the subject. It is singular or plural? Singular. Feed is the verb, first form. So what will come in the blank? Yes, it should be my father feeds the birds in the morning. Number 3, my sister. My sister is your subject. Sing is verb, first form, really well. So what should come? Sing or sings? Yes, it should be sings. Karan dash enjoy playing the piano. Now Karan is your subject. It is a singular or plural? Enjoy is the verb. So what should come? Yes, you're right. Karan enjoys playing the piano. And the next, my grandmother dash live in Kerala. Now grandmother is singular. So what will come? Live or lives? Because first form is live. Yes, you're again right. It should be lives. My grandmother lives in Kerala. So children, this is the way we attempt our exercise. We have to see our subject. If it is singular, you should add s or es to your present form of the verbs. If it is your plural subject, the present form of the verb is simply used. Okay? Next, we have one more exercise for you. It is a talking point. Now, talking point means we should be able to talk using simple present tense. So, it is a very good exercise. Work in pairs. Take turns to make sentences from the information given in the two bubbles. Ensure that the verb is used in simple present tense. Now, you can simply do it by yourself. Nikhil plays cricket. In this cloud, you can see there are subjects. Nikhil, I, he, we, they. And in this cloud or bubble, you have the verb and object pair, which is called predicate. The verbs given to us are play, listen, write, paint, cook, enjoy. Now we have to use and make sentences in simple present tense using these subjects and using these predicates. Predicates means verb and object combination. Like example is given to you, Nikhil plays cricket. Because Nikhil is singular, so to our verb we will add S and it becomes Nikhil plays cricket. I play cricket. He plays cricket. We play cricket. They play cricket. Okay? So I have framed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences using all the subjects. Okay? Nikhil, first we used play cricket combination with all the subjects. Similarly, we will practice with the second option, listen to music. So, Nikhil listens to music. I listen to music. He listens to music. We listen to music. They listen to music. No S. Now, students, I want you to do a bit extra in this. What is that? You should practice speaking the sentences with all these verbs, with all the subjects, just like I did. Isn't it? I took my first option, play cricket, and made 5 sentences with all the 5 subjects. Then I got to my second option, listen to music, and I made sentences with all my subjects given, Nikhil, I, he, we, they. Now what is the extra thing? You will make sentences with all these options given to you. After that, write any 5 sentences from all the options given in these 2 bubbles. Write any 5 sentences in your English notebook. So am I clear? Yes. After you did the previous exercise, this A question, practice this and make 5 sentences by making use of your options from these 2 bubbles. Alright? Let us move next. And the next comes is thank you. Yes, because we have covered affirmative sentences of simple present tense today. So watch the video again for a better understanding. You can watch the other videos on this channel related to simple present tense. Alright? Bye for now. Happy learning and do the exercises in your English notebook.